Hi, darling. How are you?
Good. How are you?
All right. Wearing
Amazing
my
as always.
wearing my Eluroom dress, of course.
Yes.
Of course, I'm going to be amazing if I'm wearing it. I'll do.
How's your day been?
Uh, uh,
How's your
it's
how's
okay.
your day?
It's been great. It's been a good day. It's a holiday here on the islands, so
Oh,
it's uh, it's good because I've been able to catch up on a lot of things. Of course, it's not a holiday anywhere else, so it doesn't matter. How
yeah.
about you?
Yeah, good until I had. So just before I came on to speak to you, we've got one of those, the kitchen taps is one of those industrial ones on the
Yes.
hose, and it flinged off, and I have had the biggest cold shower. So that was like minutes before. I was like, ah!
There's nothing like a bit of a cold shower to get you going, though. Remember the Wim Hof method.
So, thank you for joining me. What I wanted to talk about is, I think we've got a lot of things in common in terms of styling, and then the sustainable message, and certainly that less is more. And there's some couple of really quick wins you can have with creating a look that takes you, or with one piece, something that takes you from desk to disco or dinner and beyond. You don't need oodles and oodles of clothes to do something, to do some really clever things with them and create whole new different looks. So when I saw your reel where you did what with that dress, the tutu thing, I was blown away. It was like, I thought I could style things up, but then I was like, oh my God, that is amazing. And how did you get in my head and know that I love tutus?
What girl doesn't love a tutu, darling? It's a little princess and ballerina. Yeah, I mean, the good thing about your pieces are, for me, anyhow, it's because I travel quite a bit, and the dresses are, well, of course, they're sustainable. One, super important, but also they're really easy to pack because they're crease free. I don't have to iron, and I can drip dry one day, like the night before I'm going to wear it, or just after a trip, and it's fresh. So that's my big kind of plus point about the dresses, Eluroom dresses. I love it.
And that's the whole idea of them as well, because I found that I needed things when I was traveling, or then when you've got so much going on in your day, say with my yoga and this, that, the other, something I knew I could just throw in the bag, throw it on for a meeting later on, and not have to think, oh, do I look like I've been at the gym, or do I look a bit, or is it going to be a creasy mess? And, especially when you go to a hotel or a new place, the last thing you want to be doing is pulling out all your clothes and having to do a massive ironing session. I mean, God.
No, I agree.
That's dull, isn't it?
Yeah, completely dull. It really puts me off taking the piece in the first place.
Oh, completely.
And, obviously, because I've worn this particular shirt dress quite a bit, it's in the back of my wardrobe, so I always take it with me. So I'm sort of quite used to styling it up, really. So it's easy. A shirt dress for me is super easy to actually style up. I mean, I've seen you can wear it like office time, with a polo neck, kind of, just to keep warm. Something on top, obviously a jacket, black jacket, or any of the colors that I've got on here if I want to. And then you can wear it with boots. But it gets more exciting when you try and transform them into evening wear. That's where I really love it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try.
Ooh.
So, for example, this particular piece, I mean, it's got a belt, guys. So, I mean, I think both you and I use the belt
as a scarf. Yeah.
But
and I used it as a hair tie as well.
Exactly. I mean, you can use it for lots and lots of things. I'm not going to use it this time, but one thing I actually like doing, and it's easier to show when we're just like half up, is I'm modestly wearing roll neck underneath, but I wouldn't normally. Okay, so what I do is, it's going to be hard because I got to take the thing off.
Amazing.
But I will show you what I'm doing with it. So what I do, I put it on in a different way. So I actually pull it from the bottom up. So I do it this way.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I hope so. But basically, I do it up on the bust like this.
Okay.
Then I do up all the buttons.
Ah.
I wouldn't normally actually tell you the truth wear anything underneath it, but I think it can look quite nice as well.
I kind of like, you've got like a lurex on there, which
yeah,
I think, you know, just that bit of sparkle.
And then what I do is I get the sleeves. See the sleeves here?
Yeah.
And
use that as the waist.
Yeah, well, or just under the bust.
Yeah, so it's a high waist.
Yeah, or if you're really little, you could actually tuck it around the back like that. But the idea is that you could use it as a rather pretty.
Yeah, it's like a shift dress, isn't it then?
Yeah, and it does actually work because it's wide enough in the bottom to actually work.
Ah, I love it.
I really like this one. This is one of my specials on occasions where I only want to take a bag as a carry-all. So I just wear the dress, then I put something. It can actually be a shirt. I quite like it with a shirt, actually, a white shirt. And I use this for the evening. And then all I have to pack is some glittery sandals or anything like that. That's quite fun.
Amazing.
And it just makes it into, you know, like an evening piece.
Yeah. Ah. And have you, because what I quite like to do with styling it, that's amazing, turning it into another dress. I kind of like to turn it into more of a shirt. So wearing it with trousers.
Yeah.
Because I think I love the wide leg pants and I love wearing them all the time, but I know a lot of people shy away from them because they think they make them look heavy. And I think with a bit longer shirt dress, you get away with that because you create a fluidity to the silhouettes, and I think it can look rather chic. And the one I have on now, I actually love wearing for a bit of razzle dazzle, which you can't see them, so I've got them here with some sequin wide leg trousers.
Oh, nice! I like those.
And they are these are like wearing tracksuit pants, but obviously they're not. And then with that layer over it, it's very comfortable and just chic and elegant, and sort of takes it into the evening a little bit more. That's
quite good because then you can wear the trousers another day with another thing if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's really versatile. I mean, I find that if you're doing a long weekend with, you know, in-laws or friends or even family, you've got to kind of prepare for that kind of Christmas lunch number, which is a little less kind of revealing, but you know, you normally get a chance to do something in the evening with another kind of crowd, and
one would hope,
and you need something a little bit sort of more fun, and that's why I think these dresses are really cool. You know, the other thing I do and I've done is use it as a skirt. I mean, that's easy, as you can imagine. I mean, it's doing the same thing but the other way around. And I let it go down, and then I use it, I do this as a belt and tie it around the back.
Oh, wow.
And then I just kind of, make a nice little band around here with it. That's really easy. I've done that quite a bit because then you can actually use it as a jumper. You can put a thick jumper with some boots on that, or you can make it, like a silk shirt with, something else with a belt even if you want. But it's quite useful because I think it's because the actual dresses themselves are not sort of straight cut. They're a little bit sort of, you know, wider so that you can actually do quite a lot. Obviously, they've got pockets, girls. They've got pockets. I love it. I love it. I hate it when they don't have pockets because, I mean, you know, you need them. You just need them.
I can't cope without pockets.
Honestly, I know. I thought that was clever of you to put the pockets in.
It's like you go like that, and if there's not a pocket, it's like, oh God, I can't cope. Especially if you know, you don't want to take again, it's back to that going out. Do you want to be taking a big bag full of, you know, things, you know, loads of things? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Just another thing.
I've used it quite a bit for business cards and things like that. I mean, I know they're sort of probably dying by now, but when I need business cards, that's where I put them, and they're just sort of like handy if I'm in a cocktail or something. It's quite a cool thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know. I love it. I'm just wondering how many other colors I can get this in, actually, to tell you the truth. Because obviously, this one's fabulous because it's shiny. You know, it's got that kind of iridescent.
And that one's made with a recycled polyester.
I love it.
And the print comes from, when we were in Italy, there was a gorgeous blood red sunset. And so all the colors, I took a photograph of that, and all the colors come from that sunset, which is why it's called Sunset Camouflage. I am currently, because the camouflage has been my bestseller, working on some new colorations of that. So that's a little something to look forward to.
Yeah.
The one I've got on, so I'm wearing the same style, is called Celestial Sunrise. It's actually a really dark grey. And
really?
Yeah, it's a really super dark grey with a light grey over it, because I think that's just slightly easier against most skin tones than solid black. And I think it's, and it sort of turns into a semi-plane, because this sort of broken, it's a little linear print.
Yeah, I can see that.
Moves across the body and breaks up the silhouette quite nicely, so it makes it quite flattering. And then you can layer it in with a lot of things. Like I'll show you a current top that I am wearing on repeat. So I wear this top with the sunset camo in another style, but then I also wear it with this. It's just these little
oh yeah, that's
tags.
Quite cool.
And then when you wear it, even with this, you know, I love, you know, greys and pale pinks together, but it starts to make the little print look slightly pinky.
Yeah, that's true.
And what it does is it gets to show off, because this is a bishop sleeve, and so if you wear a little thing like this, you get to show the elegance of the sleeve.
Yeah, I can see. Yes, it suddenly becomes a feature.
Yeah, and it makes the neckline quite different. But that top I keep wearing, and I keep wearing. I have to really make an effort not to wear the same thing, especially when I go onto Instagram stuff, because it looks like I just wear the same clothes every day. Yeah, so this is why your styling tips are great, because I can make them look vastly different to what I do with them.
Yeah, I mean, the one that I did that was like a shirt, as you said. I used the dress as a shirt, and then what I did was I actually put the dress on my shoulders and brought them down, you know, because I think that's a very attractive side, and just made sure that the waist was fitted with a belt. And then of course it's, you know, put anything underneath it, and because it's wide, it's not kind of stuck to your body. You're able to do that, which is fabulous. I think it'd be great to do some sort of challenge, because I'm sure I could find, I don't know how many different ways of wearing.
We should. How many ways you can wear it?
Yeah.
Because it comes, you could almost have one for every day of the week, because there's the color you've got, the sunset camo, the black one I have. Then there's a lava leaf, which is a navy base with gorgeous oranges and yellows and rusts through it. There's a psychedelic, what I call a psychedelic paisley, which is a paisley, which I think is a fantastic antidote to a floral, because it's got the whimsy of it, but not so floral. And then, so there's a load to choose from. And I'm going to do some more. I think I'll do some plain ones as well coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that the plain ones would be really cool as an additional, I mean, I love your prints, so it's hard for me to kind of go into plain, but I can see that the plain ones would be really useful. You know, would you do it in the same material though? Would it be the same sort of?
Similar, because all the materials I use are either dead stock or sustainable. So I'd probably look for most of the plain things I've been doing in other styles have been from dead stock fabrics. So it's what I can find there. Yeah, so I'm quite interested in doing maybe some dead stocks in a jersey material. It's a little bit different again.
Yeah, I mean, I know that jersey is equally easy to wash and dry. I mean, I love this because, I mean, I really have washed it tons. I really have. I mean, like really tons.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one bit of fading. But I mean, I do wash everything in either cold or virtually cold.
Which
you know.
What you should be doing anyway, because it's better for the environment.
Yeah, exactly. No, I know.
But also, again, that's why I got the things printed in Italy, because you know, the quality of the dye they use is much better for the environment. The quality of the fabric, again, if you use a quality material, it holds the color a lot longer. Yeah, you know, I'm getting all 101 on fabrics and materials, but I think, you know, when you make that investment, you have pieces that last a lot longer rather than.
I agree.
You know, you can buy something and you wash it once and it sort of disintegrates. And that's mortifying. Or then if you have to send it to the dry cleaner all the time, I mean, that's equally as...
Well, I mean, for, you know, people that are busy, you just don't have time to, you know, well, you do have time to do it, but, you know, you've got to wait. So, I mean, you're going to have to try something else. The beauty about this is that you definitely put it on the day after you washed it. I mean, I know it because I use it all the time. It's just too easy. And it looks smart, you know, it looks put together. I mean, it's like a...
Completely.
You've got to get up and there's a huge crease on the back because you've been sitting on a train for, I don't know, 10 hours or something. So it really is really useful. And you can layer. I mean, you know, I put jumpers on top, jackets, long coats, and it always looks great. In fact, I even got myself a second-hand coat in one of the colours just so that it would go with it.
Oh, did you? Amazing.
I know. I thought, oh my God, I got mad. But I just thought, well, it would just look right for, you know, that sort of, when you're coming off the, you know, the train or whatever, whenever I'm meeting somebody, I just want to look part. So, and I love the color. I mean, there's so many things to choose from. It's not true. I do like your bright pink things though that you have. I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super pink for super women.
Yeah, I do like it. I do like it. And I do actually also like, and I saw that on your site, something that was made out of recycled saris. And I wasn't quite sure what that was about. I don't think it was this style though, was it? It was
it's another style. And what I was going to do with those pieces, because I think, to me, a sari is just a beautiful thing in itself, and I was going to do them as a made to order, because I think once you pick that, then you want it in your size, and I think there's something very special about it. Yes, so they're vintage or secondhand saris, and I've got a few together, but that's really going to be, come and speak to me, look at this, you know, you can pick the fabric online and then have it made to your size, and whichever style you'd like. It's in the other one at the moment, the big flowing horses.
Yeah, no, that was cool. I mean, the good thing about a shirt dress is that I know they sort of went slightly out of fashion for a bit, but they are really so wearable. I mean, they really are.
Yeah, I mean, to me, they're one of those wardrobe essentials, and it's what you do with it. In the same way, you know, I think a classic dinner jacket is a staple. I've had one all my life, and I wear it on repeat. It's always something I return back to, and I think that's the same with a shirt dress, and that's the aim of all the dresses that I put in. They're just things that you have there, you return to time and time again, because you know it's comfortable, you know it fits, you know there's, you know, the cuts I work on are comfortable, so you're not there's nothing worse than wearing something and you're like start to, you know, tug and pull at it all day. So that's the whole idea, that it's comfortable, and when you're comfortable, you feel at ease, and you know, radiate joy.
That is completely and utterly true. I can tell you that when I think that I'm going to wear this in a different way or do something, I radiate a lot of joy because I know that I'm not going to have to iron it.
Yeah.
And that is a real joy burner, sweetie.
Completely. But I loved what was the thing? And you said, we were talking about the drudgery of domestic chores. And you said,
dress up.
But if you dress up, it gives it a whole different thing. And I think that's amazing.
But it is completely true. It really is true. If you do actually get put on your heels, and I mean, I think it's because you then suddenly start worrying about how you're going to do that corner with high heel shoes on or something like that. But it's really, that's why.
Yeah, completely. And you're also probably getting a good bit of a leg workout, because if you're doing, say, the hoovering and dusting and you've got the heels on, it's a whole different body angle and shape. So it's, yeah, who needs a gym then?
No. Tell me something. So you said you were going, I'm quite curious to know. You said to me that you were going to be doing some new pieces in the shirt dress, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be doing what? The new, and when are they coming out? When are you bringing them?
They will be out probably February time. How I work it, because I want things to be lasting and enduring, is it's not lots and lots of drops all the time, but it's finding the fabrics, finding the right colors, and then dropping them in. Because I think they'll, you know, once everyone gets through the humdrum of Christmas, or the joys of Christmas, and then there's all the sale, and you know, that certainly in the Northern Hemisphere, that little come to February and you're feeling a bit maybe deflated. I know that I certainly do. You want something to cheer yourself up a little bit. So I think it's a good time to sort of then find new colors, have some easy things that you can wear. You can layer up while it's still cold. You can wear it with a coat, jumper, all of those things. But you know it's going to then be wearable through spring, summer, because all you need then is a pair of sandals and you're good to go. So that's the idea of it, something that sees you through, but gives you a little boost in the doldrums of, hopefully the ends of winter.
Yeah, I reckon you could do in your wardrobe with two of your shirt dresses, because obviously, as you say, I mean, I wear this all the time, but you know, it'd be quite fun to have another one that I could then pair up, because these are sort of, I guess, in a way, although they're not really, because it's not cold colors as such, is it? When you think about it, they're not. Sorry, I've got it around my waist now. Mad. Anyhow, but these are not cold. I mean, they are cold colors in a way, but then you've got this color here, this kind of other color, which is, I mean, it's sort of like a greeny kind of color. Yeah, teal. And a teal is a little bit warmer. So, but yes, I guess, you know, it works for me, and I've got a sort of warm complexion, so it's quite interesting, because normally it wouldn't work, but it does.
It has been one of those when I've seen people put it on and they're like, and they put it on and you just see that whole, and the face, and they're suddenly their body, and they're like, oh yes, this is.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's not exactly a cold color thing, and not a warm one. It's sort of like you can get away with it in both.
Yeah,
it's good. But I have to say, it'd be quite nice to have another variety of these. I'll
have to give you a sneak peek when they come in.
Oh, please do. I love sneak peeks.
You can get one made to order.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And obviously, I will be wearing it over Christmas and New Year, which is.
I look forward to seeing how you style it up then.
Oh well, I got my plans. They're going to be a little bit wacky because it's flipping freezing in Prague. I'm going to.
Oh, you're going to Prague, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to the Czech Republic for winter and over the New Year. Well, over sort of mid-December onwards, and I'm going to have to be really imaginative there, sweetie.
Yes, Definitely.
It's definitely cold, but you know, it's even more fun.
Yeah. And it's a dress that looks great with boots. I wear
Yeah,
mine with some really, and that's that. I mean, when you're going to those places, that's what you need, just some decent,
yeah,
decent boots.
yeah. And you know, I'm gonna have to obviously think of ways of making it. I mean, I have got a sparkly thing that I'm going to kind of put on top of it and make into some sort of wowie, but you'll just have to wait to see. Because I thought, well, you know, I'm going to wear, and funny enough, because the material is actually quite warm when you wear it. I think it's that I'm not sure, it's recycled polyester, so I'm assuming, of course, it will have some sort of warmth to it. So
Yeah.
it is quite easy to wear. But I am going to be putting some sparkles on it,
Oh, yay.
so it's going to be fun.
Sparkles. Can't wait. They're my favourite things.
I know, I know, darling.
When you style it up, I'm like, oh my God, how have you been in my head? You just know.
Well, it's because, you know, a tutu is a tutu, and you know, you have I think tutus are fun, and you know, it when you're wearing it for the
Yeah.
evening, and it didn't even look like this, did it? It didn't look at all
No.
like this. But
Completely.
you know, when you wear it as a skirt, it doesn't even look like it. It really does look good, and I
Mm.
will be posting it this evening because
Yeah, you've inspired me, Lupe. I'm going to definitely try a bit of the skirt styling. I think I did it once, but I'm definitely going to revisit that.
I mean, I don't know with your other pieces, but with this, it's easy because the sleeves are quite long, which is great, and you can really use it as a belt. I love it. I love it. It's really easy.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your inspiration. As always, such an inspiration.
Well, darling, I will actually be putting on some of the looks I talked about. It's really hard to show them.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, it's quite hard when we're sitting talking, and I sort of show a few styly things, which again I'll put in posts.
Yeah, I think so, because I'm still trying to figure out how one could do that, but I haven't quite figured out. I'm sure there must be a way. Maybe you have to do it in Zoom or something. I don't know. It's a bit odd.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe we need to look at have a little thing of like how many ways you can style one thing. I think that's something.
I think that's a really cool idea, because I think really seriously that sometimes people don't use the pieces enough, because they're kind of like stuck in that thing where they just only see it as they wore it last. Do you know what I mean? And,
yeah.
And I think that if one inspires one, I mean, I've had so much inspiration from other people that, you know, I just sometimes think, wow, I mean, you know, there's so much creativity and we don't even use it because we're so stuck, maybe rushing. I think it's rushing. We're always
I think when you get decision fatigued, often it's I think it all jumps back to the first thing is intrinsically we don't know how to shop in the first place. We don't plan it. You go out, and then there's or it's even worse online. There's an overwhelm of things, and then you just pick the things that jump out at you. Yeah. And then you end up with all these things that you're like, how do I, you know, even someone as amazing as yourself would probably be like, what have I Frankenstein's monster. Yeah. And
nothing works.
That's where we end up with like only wearing, I think most people only wear 20% of their wardrobe.
Yes, I've heard that too.
So it's bringing it back to really thinking about what those key pieces are, and then when you next time go out shopping, or what are the pieces you love, then the next time you go, you think, well, what can I wear that with? What's going to look lovely with X, Y, and Z that I love, like that shirt dress I love. Yeah. And you know, and then that's how you build it all out, and you end up with having lovely little capsules like you do when you're going away for a weekend. You only need a carry-on because you've got those 3 or 4 pieces that all just click together and create completely different looks.
Exactly. And I find it really exciting as well. And when I sort of was looking, as I told you, for a coat that was warm for winter, and I got an amazing sort of Versace coat secondhand in Paris, and it was just exactly the same color. And I thought, wow, you know, so I bought it literally, as you say, thinking about the dress, and you know, I just wanted to wear something that would work really well with the dress when I, you know, had to go from one place to another. So yeah, you're totally right. It you know, and it's just a good combo. You know, I feel comfortable in it, and it's gorgeous. So yeah.
Completely. Oh, thank you.
So
So we'll have to set up this
get a
little
challenge
styling
out there.
thing, won't we? How many ways of wearing?
Oh, I think so. I think it'll be so much fun, and we can all learn from each other, which is great.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
Good. Well,
Brilliant.
thanks for inviting me on. As usual,
Thank you
it's
so
lovely.
much.
It's lovely to speak to you about clothes, of course.
Of course. Favorite subject.
Yeah. Of course. And speak soon. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll see you on the squares for sure. And
Yes.
Everybody, obviously, for joining us.
Yes.
Florence, I can see that you're there, and you always have such amazing styling ideas if you're still on. So he's brilliant. He's got so many fabulous ideas.
Yes, I welcome anyone's input into this styling little little thing we're going to do. I don't,
styling a shirt dress, guys.
Yes.
Styling a shirt dress.
How many ways?
Yeah.
So yes, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you to all those lovely people who are going to watch it and catch up as well. I hope this has proven, I mean, I'm certainly inspired by what Lupe has shown us tonight. I hope it sows some seeds of what you can do through the holiday season and beyond. So thank you, and thank you. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.